empowering everyone to build reliable and efficient software. Somebody's read the Rust Foundation's website. Yeah. Oh, okay. So, Rust. I'm sure you're all familiar with Rust by now, and if you're not, you've probably not had a conversation with me. But Rust is a programming language empowering everyone to build reliable and efficient software. The idea is you get memory safety, you get thread safety, it's nice to work in, you get things like cargo and crates.io. People like it, so much so that it's like 10 years in a row now, best language voted on Stack Overflow. But this talk is going to be about why Rust is bad, actually. And I'm going to kind of give you some reasons why Rust might not be as great as everyone says it is, and why I and everyone else is lying to you. These are some things I hate, things I really don't like. Rust, that's a good start. I'm here to talk about why Rust is bad, actually, so obviously I hate Rust. The Rust Foundation... Yeah, the Rust Foundation are really bad. Sorry?
We will send them this clip.
Oh god, yeah, the Rust Foundation are terrible. They had some controversies recently with their trademarks because like the Debian Foundation, the like people who package Debian refuse to package the Rust compiler because the Rust Foundation have like an overly restrictive trademark on it. But that's just open source people for you. Yeah. I really actually hate you all. And I can't believe I'm here right now talking to you, giving you this talk. I hate you all so much. Next slide, please. There's a terrible mascot. So this stupid fucking crab. Look at this stupid son of a bitch. And this is 5 reasons why the gopher is superior to Ferris the crab.
You said you're going to improv this.
Yeah.
Oh, so 5 reasons why. Crabs are a bit rubbish, really. I mean, they don't taste very nice. Have you ever had crab? I'm not a fan of seafood. So, crab's bad. Gophers probably taste nicer. The blue's a bit nicer than the orangey colour. I'm not a fan of the like orangey red. Got cute little feet. Yeah, you can throw that in. Gophers make dams? Was that beavers?
Well, I don't know. He's got the teeth.
Let's assume he can make a dam, right? And and that's why crabs are worse. You ever seen a crab build a dam? No. And 5. Oh, right. I went crabbing once and I caught like a crab and like fished it out. And I don't think a gopher would ever let that happen to itself. So that's 5 reasons why the gopher from Go is superior to Ferris. And that's like another reason why Rust is bad. So the Rust ecosystem, which everyone hates a lot, especially me. So 2 of these things are to do with the Rust ecosystem. I will now convince you that all 3... Okay, continue. So all 3 of these things are to do with the Rust ecosystem. Crates.io, because we have... Rust, the crate is the fundamental compilation unit of Rust, so we have crates. The Blahash. So Rust prides itself on its inclusivity, and a lot of the Rust core team are actually part of the LGBT community, something which Blahaj is popular among. So. There's that, and then the ship has lots of crates on it, and that's like crates.io. So yeah. Cargo ship. It's a cargo ship, yeah, there's that too. So we have crates, gay sharks, and cargo. Next slide, please. Memory safety is a lie. Okay, so Rust bangs on about, memory safety. I don't know if any of you have seen the C++ papers recently. The C++ core team are moulding over the fact that their language is shite. But yeah, memory safety is a lie. So this is C++ propaganda. And there's only one way to actually do anything useful in Rust, which is, don't. So write it in C instead, because you can write it in C and then like compile it to a shared object, then just load that in Rust. And I have done this before. and it does work, and it's the only actual way to get any work done, because, who type systems are overly restrictive anyway, and then the borrow check is like the undefined lifetime, who cares, write it in C. Yeah, memory safety is a lie. Next slide, please. So, this is my blog. So I did a bit of writing about embedded Rust, and I'm a massive nerd for that. That's me. Traits and why they are bad. Yeah, so traits fucking suck because all... Oh!
We can accept a rhyming couplet.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to think of a haiku, but I'm not very good at syllables. So traits are really bad. They were stolen from Haskell. And they're fucking shit. As a haiku for you on why traits are bad and why all of Rust is stolen from Haskell and ML anyway. If you wanted to write ML, just go and write ML. Don't write Rust, for goodness sake. Yeah. Next slide, please. Yeah. Strings are super simple in Rust. This is true. This is really true, and one of my favorite parts about Rust. So we have a ref str there, which means like a string somewhere else, you just have a reference to it. But you also have a string, which is different from a string, because that has a capital S, and that means you own the string. And then we also have cstr, which is, and then we also have cstring, because cstr is like a reference to a string somewhere else, but like in a C's representation, and then cstring is when you own it. And then OSSTR is like a string, but that's like platform dependent, because like Windows pads can't have UTF-8 in them, whereas Linux can, and then the same, but you own it. Yeah, strings are really simple. It's all about zero cost abstraction, and these are some of those abstractions to let you get on with your work, really. So you don't need to worry about strings. Why Rust is ruining Linux. So Rust is, there is build infrastructure for Rust in the recent release of the Linux kernel. Very bad, not exciting. So what to do about Rust's compilers? And this is the big question from people. Because there is one Rust compiler, and again, open source, people don't like the licensing of it. So Rust is ruining Linux, because now you can't build Linux for some obscure old PC from the 1980s because Rust C doesn't support it. It's going to be the death of Linux. Origins of Rust, where did Rust come from? Haskell, as we've said already. So it's just a blatant rip-off of the Haskell type system. And OCaml, the original Rust compiler, was written in OCaml, and the guy who invented Rust is also a big ML fan. So yeah, big rip-off of functional type systems again. C++, because we have like drop and lifetimes and stuff, and that's kind of all stolen from C++. The voices, yeah. So this is true. So the guy who invented Rust said that a shadowy man appeared to him in his sleep and kind of planted the idea in his head. And that's where that came from. And that's why he wrote the original compiler in OCaml, because he was insane. So the other biggest problem with Rust is people like me who talk about it too much. You hear about these people online. They just talk about Rust too much. They kind of defend it and then shit on people who write Go, things like that. And kind of the community is really the biggest problem. But we're working on fixing that. So this is my story of how I fell for the Rust propaganda. The lies I was told include this. Yeah, so this is all things I've said. Or people have said about Rust. Because, talking about Rust on the internet makes you a very popular person. And no one ever gets fed up with it. So this is, again, people have said all these things about Rust, but eventually there's a path to recovery here, and I think that's the important part, as this slide's going to tell me. So the truth that I found is Rust is hard. I like this graph because once you kind of hit here, that's like peak cope. Yeah, so Rust is hard, and those are all reasons why. Audience participation. So does anyone else like to share some of your favourite reasons why you don't like Rust? Anybody got any Rust hate for me while I'm kind of spewing all this?
Multiple people like those.
Because then you'd get race conditions. And yeah, why can't you? That's just really limiting your productivity here. And race conditions are a lie anyway. We had a solution for multi-threading. It was called two computers. Anyone else? Okay, so in conclusion, embedded applications just use C, really. You're kidding yourself. Complex tasks use C++ because, again, it's kind of been around for a while, tried and tested, and anything more complex, use C++. If you're doing data science, use Python, for all the reasons Andrew kind of explains, was a fantastic language to work with. If you just want to be quirky, or if you hate people who are going to be maintaining your code, use Go. So coming up next time, why I'm now a full-time Go programmer, because everyone knows I'm very quirky. And here's a funny meme about Rust. I would like Ferris apples, please. No, it's not real. Those are all things I've written. That's, yeah. Okay, so, yeah, in conclusion, just stop writing Rust. Stop. It's terrible. And that's all. Thank you very much, guys.